In the previous segment, we discussed about a very special type of force system that's in which all the forces were lying on a same plane. Okay, you can call that as a coplanar force system. Now, and in this segment, we will take up another such important and special force system, which we will call parallel force system, in which all the forces will be parallel to each other. Okay, now how does that look like? Let me start by drawing, say, a 3D space. I'll just represent it as this x, y and z coordinates. Say axis has been defined. Now and we will now let all our forces parallel to the z axis. In fact, you can think this in another way, like you have defined your coordinate axis in such a way that the z axis coincides with all the forces, or direction of all the forces, because anyway all the forces have a single direction. A better word is orientation, because the sense can be different, one is downward, one can be upwards, but all are in same orientation. Okay, and then then now let me draw the forces which will all be parallel to the z axis. So let me show some example. For example, let's say F1. So F1 is downward in the z direction. Let's say one more force is in this direction, or orientation sense is upward. This is F2, say. And just one more I'll draw, say this one, maybe somewhere here. It doesn't look clearly. I can draw, say suppose this one. So one more force I've drawn, F3. Now these are like forces, singular forces. There is another option where I can have forces which act like equal and opposite way, but at a distance. So they will form a couple moment, but all those two couple forces also will be in the same direction. Let me try to draw something, and for that what I'll do is I'll create a plane first, and on that plane I will try to draw the vectors. Say this suppose is a plane. Say this is a plane, and on that plane I will draw two vectors. Okay, say this is one and this is one. Say this I call P, and this I would call negative of P. See, these two forces, both the forces are again parallel to all the other forces. Okay, only thing is that they are a couple and they are equal and opposite in their sense. Magnitude is equal. Okay, and similarly I can have, say, another plane. I'll define, say for example, in this way maybe. Okay, say in this way. And on that, say I have two more forces, which say one is this, the other, shall I change the direction of that maybe? Okay, I'll do that. Say this way and in this way, and say this one is Q and this one is negative of Q. Okay, that means if I try to draw say for more clarity, shall I do this? I'll make it, say, sort of a dotted line to say that this is behind this plane. Fine. Okay, now let me draw the moment which corresponds to this couple force. Let me try to draw that in this direction, maybe, yeah. Okay, So this is say our couple, which is I'll say call it C1, and for this let me again do the same thing. So suppose this is I'll make it sort of dotted line, and the couple moment will act say in this direction, so to that side, right? Okay, so let me call this C2. So this is how the general setup is for this parallel force system. All the forces are parallel. So that means another way to view is all the forces which are not involved in a couple moment are parallel, and all the couple moments are perpendicular to these forces. They again could be anywhere, any orientation in this plane, but they are all perpendicular to these forces. So whatever is convenient to you can think of these moments like that. Okay. Now we are set to figure out what is the simplest resultant under these conditions, right? So again I'll require some space, so I'll move it a bit here, okay, and I'll try to do the simplification there. Okay, so let me first draw the axis again. Say this is x, y, z. Okay. Then what I can do about the force? Let's start with the forces. We in the previous segment we told that we can move the forces parallelly, right? So let's do one thing. Let's move all these forces. Anyway, they are parallel to each other. I'll take all of them to the origin. Let's say the origin is denoted by O here, and I'll take all the forces there. So I'll draw one over the other maybe. One is say F1, the other one is say F2 or F3. So this is F3, and the second is say F2. So F1, F2, F3, everything I moved to that location, origin. Okay, and then so now they will coincide with the z axis, and their resultant I'll call say Fr will be simply F1 mod plus, or I'll just write F1 plus F2 plus F3, and that F1 plus F2 plus F3, and this Fr also will be in the direction of z axis, and I'll just show that with a bold vector like this in white color. Okay, so this I'll call Fr. It could be downward also, depending on the relative sizes of F1, F2 and F3. Anyways, now so that's the movement of the force parallelly. But as soon as we move something parallelly, we will have to compensate that movement with introduction of some couple moment, and in what direction those couple moment will come? They will always be perpendicular to these forces. That's what we had seen. For example, suppose let's say this F1 we have moved here, so the moment which will come up will be perpendicular to the plane which contains both F1 and the z axis, right? Similarly, if I move F3 to the z axis, then the couple moment which will be which we will have to introduce as a compensatory couple moment will be perpendicular to the plane that contains both F3 and the z axis. But whatever may be their orientation, they will always be perpendicular to these forces. So they will be of these types, right, C1 and C2. So I can write that the C resultant, okay, will be, first thing I can just add these things like C1 plus C2 etc. So those are one type of couple moments which are directly can be added up, but then there is another portion which are coming because we are moving the forces, right. So that I will call, say, summation of C's that are getting or coming up because of the forces. Like in the previous segment, we are saying because of F or ith force movement, this couple moment has come. Okay. And every such, please note that every such couple moment is again lying on the same plane, okay, because the couple moments are free to move parallel to the line of actions. So we can bring them to the same plane and we can just add them like this, and I moving from wherever 1 to n, and n is the number of forces which were not included in the couple moments. Okay. So then let me show even this CR. It will be in some particular direction, maybe say like this. Okay, like this. Maybe CR is this. Fine. So that will lie in the xy plane, because we are free to move this couple moment. It's a free vector. I can bring it to meet the origin, and it lies on the xy plane somewhere. This angle is not known now. This angle could be anything based on their relative sizes and their relative directions, but whatever may be the angle theta, it will lie on the xy plane. Okay. So is that the best that we can do? No, we can even simplify the system, because we know that whenever there is a system of a force plus a couple, we can move the force in such a way that the couple can be eliminated. Okay. Now assuming that this force Fr is not 0, again like the previous case, there can be two cases. Say case 1, when Fr is not equal to 0 vector, then what we can do is we can move this force to nullify this, the effect of this. Now how to do that? Let us see. So we want a vector which will be exactly opposite to this. Then please notice this very important, it's a very important fact. We will have to go to a plane which will be perpendicular to this CR, and then on that plane we have to move F2 either to this side or to this side, depending on, we will just see that. So let us first draw a plane which will be perpendicular to this CR. Okay. Let me try to draw that. Say this is that plane which is yeah. So this plane is perpendicular to the vector CR. Okay. Now if I move this F2 to this side, so say a point here. Now what will happen? I'll create a couple moment which will be in the opposite direction. Say that this distance, suppose, is d. Okay, and I have moved the force here, or let me, because the line of action doesn't matter, So, I have moved the force somewhere here. Okay. So, this is now the new position of Fr with a distance d here. Okay. This is the distance. Let me okay, and so yeah, let me draw it somewhere else. Say this distance is d. Okay. Then we are getting a compensatory couple moment which will be exactly in the opposite direction, like that. Like this. And if we choose this distance d on this specific plane in such a way that this magnitude becomes exactly equal to this, then we are done. Then this couple moment will just vanish and we will be left with only this force Fr, nothing else, and that will give us the simplest resultant in the case where Fr is not equal to 0. And if Fr, so case 2, when Fr is equal to 0, then we can't do anything about the couple moment because we don't have anything to move to nullify this effect. So, in that case we will have to leave with the couple moment which is existing. So, again like in the previous case, we have three cases. One is we will be left with a single force Fr along a very specific line of action, which we have seen now how to get it, and then that will happen only when Fr is not equal to 0, and similarly case 2 will happen when Fr equal to 0, and there we will get a single couple moment Cr. Okay. And if both are 0, again we will get the null vector, 0 vector. Okay. So, this is one more special case which very similar to, I mean the ultimate results are very similar to what we had in the previous case, that is the coplanar force system, but this is the parallel force system in 3D, which again gives us very similar resultant forces, force system. So, either a single force, a single couple moment, or a null vector, depending on the different conditions which we just now discussed. Yep. So, I think there we will stop for this segment, and we will meet in the next segment to discuss one more variety of special case which will be in a slight generalization of this parallel system, and we will see what conclusions we can make out of that. And in fact, we have seen the results of that segment long back in your 12th standard. You have seen the results, but we will see that particular result in the context of discussing simplest resultant. So, see you in the next segment.